Welcome back to Witch Daily's 31-day countdown, getting ready for the big day of Halloween for Samhain on the 31st on Saturday. It's so close now. It's so exciting, you guys. You can feel it in the air. It's amazing. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what it means to be scared and why being scared at Halloween is not only appropriate, but it's probably a little bit good for you, right? So thinking about the end of something, whenever we're faced with an ending, it's appropriate to be scared. It's appropriate to find that ending brings up feelings of anxiety. And what we do in almost every culture in the world is we approach anxiety with this like fear and trepidation as though the thing is somehow going to hurt us or kill us. And it's because culturally we're not great at change. And that's just true across the board of all humans. We're not good at change. And so we prepare for change by giving ourselves a substitute reason to be scared of change. So we make it about there's, spooky things going to happen. There's horror movies, right? It's kind of like if you think about, you get those people in your family or in your friend group who really love horror movies. They probably have a lot of anxiety. And they like horror movies because there's this kind of raise in feeling, and then the horror movie protagonist prevails and the anxiety is dissipated. But they got to resolve that a little bit, right? So Samhain, holidays like this, like the things that we have done culturally over thousands and thousands of years, is we've created this opportunity for ourselves to be scared on purpose, so that as we approach the changing of the year, it doesn't come as a shock. It's not surprising, right? We don't sit back and go, oh, things die in the winter. I bet that won't happen this year, right? No, we say, things die in the winter. Let's get prepared. And so celebrating holidays like Samhain asks us, what do you need to prepare? What do you need to be prepared for if things are going to end, or if something or someone needs to die, right? How do you want to get ready for that? And it helps to start thinking about the kinds of existential questions you think of when you start thinking about, what does it mean to die? What does it mean to not make it through something really hard, right? All of these holidays and this effort prepares us for that kind of eventuality, because we're all going to do hard things in our lives. We're all going to experience some sort of difficulty or trial that we fear, or maybe even in reality we may not survive. If you've been following our Facebook page or Instagram, you may have seen that I found out that a friend of mine who I knew a long time ago very well, had succumbed to cancer. And this is the time of year for that. And it still felt like a punch in the gut. Still did not feel good to know that this, brilliant, beautiful person was gone. And yet she was a witch, and this was the right time for her to leave. It was the right time to be thinking about her departure. Doesn't make it better, but it makes it understandable. It puts it into context. So it makes us all think about, what do I want for my life? How do I want to conduct myself? You've heard me talk a lot about being an ancestor. Like, what does it mean to be an ancestor? I want to think about, what kind of ancestor will I be when I'm not here anymore? What kind of ancestors were my ancestors who aren't here now? What kind of ancestor was my grandmother, was my mother, was my grandfather? What kind of ancestors did I come from? And do I want to be like them, or do I want to be my own person, or do I want to do better or worse? It's important to think about these things. So being scared at this time of year is kind of a substitute for getting ready to pay attention to those things that, might seem really important and powerful. And that's a good thing. So as you approach Samhain this year, I want it to be okay to be a little scared. Not just of the spooky things that happen, because the veil between the worlds does become thinner. and we do experience more spooky stuff. I know I have been experiencing lots of spooky stuff. My animals are definitely have a heightened arousal right now. It's very interesting and fun. One of my dogs woke me up last night just so that I would snuggle with her on the couch. Very unusual. She was scared of something. And yet, here we are, getting ready to kind of be in this season where we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labor and sit back and take stock of what we've created and what we can store for the winter. So I hope you have had a wonderful, amazing witchy season so far. We are almost to the finish line. We are getting close to our Samhain day, and we are going to have a virtual Samhain ritual. It's free. It's for anybody who wants to participate. You do have to register. I've been a part of some online rituals recently where we had some trolls. That was no fun. So we are going to require registration and a password so that if we get some trolls, it's easy to weed them out and send them on their merry way. So that's what we're going to do. I hope you're having a wonderful witchy season, a wonderful Samhain week, and we will see you tomorrow and get ready for that big day coming up on Saturday. So have a wonderful witchy day and incredible magical season. We'll see you very soon.